Hello everyone, before this video begins, I would like to tell you all that I will be at Soda City Comic Con, one of the largest comic conventions in South Carolina. That will be August 10th to 11th here in my hometown of Columbia, South Carolina. It'll be amazing to see you guys there. I'll be in an artist alley as usual, so come on by, say hi, and maybe buy some art. I would really appreciate it. Anyway, on to the video. Hungry Howie Stories. What is a Hungry Howie, you may ask? Well, it's a pizza restaurant similar to Pizza Hut, Papa John's, and Domino's Pizza, but way better. But I'm not here to talk about that today. I'm here to talk about the short time that I had working at that restaurant. Being a delivery driver, you can imagine you get to run into some weird people. This one weird person I ran into was an old fart who weighed me down, stopped me in the middle of the street. So me being nice, I kindly rolled down my windows and asked him what was wrong. He immediately starts yelling at me saying, "You need to slow down and stop speeding through this neighborhood. There's people here." So I was confused. I certainly wasn't speeding. Matter of fact, I was driving under the speed limit because there were people out and about. They're walking their dogs, kids are playing in the street. So I told him, "Sir, I wasn't speeding." Then he cuts me off and starts going at it again, saying, "Yes, you were driving really fast through here." So at this point, I was really annoyed and pretty pissed off at this guy, accused me of something that I didn't do. So any rational person would do this. Not really. I just rolled up my window while he was yelling at me, put my car in first gear, and did a quick pull down the street, still staying within the speed limit. Okay, for some context here, my car has a cut muffler on it and it's 5-speed manual. So she roars and I can hang in a gear a lot longer than an automatic car can. So apparently this old man put together that loud equals fast. And because my car sounds like a borderline race car, I mean, not really, she's literally just a Honda Accord all stock, he suspected that I was speeding in his neighborhood. But the story doesn't end there, fam. No. I get back to the store after my delivery and told my manager what happened. He laughed about it and sent me off to another delivery. So I came back from that delivery, only to have my manager telling me that that old man called the store. Okay, so remember how I said I pulled off really fast from the old guy when I couldn't take a shit anymore? So apparently he told my manager that I was doing 70 miles per hour in his neighborhood and my car sounded like a race car. I laughed harder than I needed to. My manager was like, "Okay, sir, so what do you want me to do about it?" And he was like, "You should tell him to slow down. There's people walking their dogs and children playing in the street here." Literally the thing I was doing because I saw kids playing in the street and people was walking their dogs. But this old man didn't get it. Apparently he thought because my car made noise that obviously I was committing NASCAR in his neighborhood. Okay, so this next story is about how my boss and managers find out I was a furry. Oh boy, yeah. So working there for a couple months, I kind of got comfortable with my co-workers and manager. And honestly, they were some of the coolest people I know. During breaks, I will sit down in the back and draw on a paper plate. And it'll be like a cat, a fox, or a dragon. And it'll say something on the line of, "Pet me," or "Please don't throw me away," or the typical, "Oh, whoa." Well, my manager caught wind of the "oh whoa" one day and knew exactly what it was. So one day coming into work, my shift manager said hi to me and then said,
"Oh well, nice as your bulge."
I immediately started blushing and told him, "Stop, right now, stop." And I laughed, but inside I was dying. How did he pick up on this so quickly? But then I remembered he was a memer. And if you don't know what a memer is, someone just goes around looking at memes and everything. Well, he spent hours on Reddit looking at memes and stuff. I remember during lunch sometime, I would sit down with him and everything. He would show me a whole bunch of memes on this on the subreddit that he's following. So apparently he knew a lot of furry memes. Apparently the group that he was following had a lot of furry memes on it. And so from there, he kind of figured out the whole furry thing. But thinking back to it, it really must have been for when I asked for days off for a couple furry conventions I had to go to because I was selling at those cons. They asked me what cons I was going to and I kind of spilled the beans but thought nothing of it because no one really asked me much about it. So that's really kind of how my coworkers and managers found out that I was a furry. Not really too exciting and it didn't really explode to anything big, but they did kept reminding me every once in a while about furry stuff. Okay, one more story for you guys. Let me tell you about this bitch. I'm gonna call her Brittany because saying her real name would be a crime. Why? Because she's underage. So who is this Brittany? Brittany is a 16-year-old brat who worked for us for a total of 2 weeks. Yeah, she only lasted 2 weeks before she got fired. So let me tell you about this girl. First day on the job, I can already tell you that I'm not gonna like her. She had a ratchet attitude, blonde hair, young, think that she knows everything, and already started picking on me. Now, mind this, I'm 10 years older than her, so any actions I take towards her could result in me going to jail. She had the typical bully girl attitude. I laughed, so she mocked me about my laughing. I talk a certain way, she mocks me on that. So already I was like, yep, totally gonna punch this girl in the face. So one day, she did something that really pissed me off. In the back of the store, our boss bought us a little Bluetooth speaker for us to listen to our music while we work. So we take turns connecting our phones and listen to music that we like. So one day, I was in the back mixing and cutting dough and listening to an anime mix. Yes, I know, I'm a big weeb. And everything was fine and dandy until I heard my music just suddenly stop. So I was like, excuse me. I looked over and Brittany just grabbed the speaker, disconnected my phone, and just connected her shitty broke-ass iPhone to it and started listening to a dumbass mumble rap that most Gen Zers listen to now. Okay, I'm guilty. I listen to a lot of myself, but now it doesn't count. Anyway, I said, excuse me? You just turned off my music. She goes like,
Oh, well, I want to listen to my music.
So at this point, I tried my best not to cuss this high schooler out. A few minutes passed and I finished cutting up a batch of dough. I walked over to her where she was and snatched that speaker back from her. I wasn't having that shit, no sir. I can't stand disrespectful kids, and she was already pushing it to the point of being disrespectful to downright rude. She gave me the dirtiest look, like I just took away her pride and joy. She gave me that future Karen look. You know what a Karen is. The I'm a stuck-up bitch who thinks the world owes me everything and I'm gonna speak to your manager type person. But do you think it ends there? Oh no, it gets worse. So one day I was leaving out for delivery and she over here smack talking a bunch of co-workers and stuff. And then she decided to go after me for some strange reason. She started talking about,
Why you always arguing with me like you like me or something?
I looked at her and said, oh no hun, I would never go out with someone as ugly as you. And then I walked out for my delivery. So apparently my manager said that she had the most hurt look on her face. Like she never heard anyone tell her that before, at least not in her face. Did I feel bad? Hell no. She was making everyone's life a living hell in that store, and I was so glad I hurt her feelings. So one day she started saying that she has a boyfriend and that her boyfriend could kick my ass. I told her I'm not interested in fighting some high schooler. So one day her boyfriend dropped her off at work and I looked outside at this guy and it was some tall black guy in his car that looked like it could have been her adopted father or something. By the way, this girl I've been talking about the whole time, she's white but she acts like she's black. You know, the real ghetto attitude and everything. So that really threw me for a loop. I'm thinking there's no way this guy is a high schooler. He's a damn adult. I hope their relationship was legal at least. Anyway, another week passed and she finally got fired. Not only for harassment, but she was telling off the managers and telling the managers what to do. Like, you don't do that at a job. So apparently when a manager told her to do something, she said no and went back to her phone. Nah, sister, it doesn't work that way. Like, it doesn't work that way in the corporate world. But yeah, she was let go and we had to hire a new guy. So Brittany, I don't know, some crazy dimension you somehow find this video. If you somehow watch this video, I really hope you matured and I hope you're able to find a new job because that's really my only advice for you because the way you acted there is not gonna work in any other store. So I know I said a lot of mean things about her, but it's true. I mean, she's young, stupid, and I hope she grows up and get out of that attitude. So yeah, that's all I want to say about this story. Anyway, guys, that's all the time I have for today. I have plenty more stories to tell you guys about working at this job and plenty of other jobs that I worked at in the past. So stay tuned for that in the near future. Anyway, see you guys in the next video. Peace.